Hello and welcome to Fort Rasimir. We are going to be building this watchtower today because I get asked quite a lot about how I've done this and what the building consists of. So we are going to demolish this and rebuild it. And yeah, you can see exactly the process that I do to build that, so you can do it for yourselves. So yeah, let's go. Okay, so now we have our land clear that we're going to build on, and we're just going to wait for this small child to leave and we can get building. So what we want to do is go into buildings, and I should say first of all as well, this does involve the windmill. Well, it is the windmill. So you're going to want to have that unlocked because otherwise you're not going to be able to do this at all. And it's one of the last things that you do unlock. It's on the farming skill level, so get ploughing fields and whatever. So we're going to, select the windmill, and we are going to just spin it around a little bit, get it into position. Let's just drop it there and have a look. That seems okay for what we want to do. And then simply, we're just going to build the bottom of it. We're going to build the frame. I'm going to put the roof on. The walls at the top there. And then that's it. So now, you've got sort of the basis of the watchtower, and it's literally as easy as that. If you're a bit of a perfectionist, and whenever you get your hammer out, you're going to see this blue thing, but you just sort of have to move past it, like I have. I know you can do it if I've done it. So the next thing really is to build the sort of makeshift walls. I mean, all sorts of trouble here. So what we're going to want to do is equip iron spear, and then we're just going to throw it down around about there, just as a marker, and then we're going to go into crafting section, and we're going to drop a single log. If you don't know how to do that, just highlight it. For me, it's square. Just want to drop one, accept it, exit, and that goes there. And then we're going to hold down X to pick it up, and then we're just going to slot it down and drop it down there. So the spear is basically going to act as a, I don't know what you call it, but basically it's going to hold the log in place. So we'll have the spears holding it this side, and this massive log here holding it the other side, and that will create the foundation for the wall basically. And then you can do this in different ways, but the way that I've found is best in terms of aesthetics is just pointing it at the end of the log and going straight down. That's a bit uneven, so we'll just neaten that up a little bit. So you want to aim it slightly outwards as well. Camera angle's not the best. No. Well, we'll do it there because we know what we're doing. So, yeah, you just want to make sure that the spear isn't facing inwards like that, because obviously you won't be able to get the logs behind it. So once we've done that, we can go into crafting and drop another single log. I'm going to put the spear away, grab that, and just slot it behind, and simply do that again until we've got 4, because that's basically reaches the top of those spears. Just shimmy it over a little bit. Ooh. yeah, you want to be a little bit careful because it can sort of glitch out and the logs go flying everywhere. But we're okay for that one. So for this side again, we're going to do log, drop it down, get the spear back out, aim right at the end, but sort of angling outwards a little bit. There we go. And log again. You can drop all the logs at once, but I find it's a lot easier to just sort of be patient with it and do one at a time, because otherwise you end up with logs everywhere. Do another one. Just neaten it up a little bit. Another one, and that's that one done. And then we can do this end one. Put that in position first so we know exactly where the spear needs to go. Angle it outwards, smash it in. And then drop some more logs. I don't usually like building stuff like this, but it doesn't look too bad. Sometimes you can look at things that people have built and you can be like, that's clearly just, I don't know, random objects put together. It sticks out like a sore thumb, which this one does a little bit. But I think it's passable, and also I'll let it slide because I really wanted a watchtower. So that's all the walls done. You can do another one here if you want to, but I'm just going to leave it like that for the video. And then that is really the tower done. So it's not actually that much work, but what you can do is then sort of decorate it a little bit. So what I do is put a plank on the top here, which acts as a shelf, and then we can put some stuff on top of that as well. But the only thing I'd say about that is things have a habit of falling off after a while. Where are we? Plank, there we go. For the last one. Cool, okay. And hopefully that will settle in a second. Perfect. And then what I'll do is, for decorating to make it look more like a watchtower than a half-built windmill, is drop some items, so things like clay bottles, as if the guards are on duty, they want a little drink. Happy days. I'm not going to go wild with this because we'll be here forever. Bag of coin. Depth perception is a bit tricky here. So yeah, and then just things like you'd have a bow up here, you'd have some crossbows as well, and then it's just I try to just place them as naturally as possible, so someone might be leaning one up against there. Obviously just want to be careful. I would do this kind of thing first before you put stuff on top, because otherwise it's just gonna cause yourself some aggro, because it's gonna knock everything. And that's gonna fall down there, but you get the idea. And then other little things that I'll do is drop in like clay bowl, and then just put in some bread or something like that in it. Oh, that was close. Let's move it up a little bit. Have we got any bread? We do. It's convenient. And then sometimes first person mode's a bit easier. This bread's too big for the plate. You get the idea though. And then the last kind of thing that I'll do up here is, again, I'm not going to fill it up because it will take forever. Large wicker basket. Drop down sort of by one of the crossbows. In fact, that doesn't make sense. We'll drop it down by the bow. Because what we're going to do is drop a load of arrows into it. And you might think this is very tedious, but in my head it is also tedious, but it's what's that going? It adds a bit to the realism, and yeah, just kind of helps tie everything together so it actually looks like what you want it to look like. So you can drop a load in there, as many as you want. That's probably the easiest one to do. For the bolts, I'll do a bucket and then bolts in there. But these ones are quite difficult to do. Well, not difficult, but time consuming because you really have to angle them in. And again, the depth perception can really throw you off. So I'd put a load of bolts in there, stick it by the crossbow, and then already, even though we haven't really done much at all, and it's a bit sort of all over the place, it's still starting to take shape. And yeah, if you're sort of up here, you can kind of tell what's going on, rather than it just being a random old load of junk or whatever. And then down here, what I'll be thinking about is, well, what's relevant to the Watchtower. So I'll do archery targets. So I'll have a little archery range down here because, you know, in their downtime they'll be practicing their archery. And then we'll do things like little wooden table at the top here, and then about. I'm not going to do everything perfectly neatly because yeah, it will get a bit tedious doing all of that on video. But and again, I'll do like a wicker basket and stick a load of arrows in it. Not the small one, we want the large one. Oh, that's going to roll away. I'll just let that drop into position. Yeah, we'll fill that with arrows. And then it's just little things like log gates. So just having need a hammer out. Little things that just add a little bit of depth to what you're doing. And then in order to make this look a little bit more fortified and sort of solidify it for what it is, we will wrap the windmill in a series of fences to make it look more defensive. That was an awful pun. I'm very sorry. So what we'll do is we'll put the palisades first. We'll make sure that log is facing inwards, so we'll rotate it so that is the case. And then we're going to set that as tight as we can against the wall of the windmill. And we're going to do that all the way around. This last bit can be a bit tricky, but you can, if you get the angle right, you can sometimes get it all the way down. But I don't think it's going to work with me today. But you get the idea. And then we'll build that.
Silence is relaxing.
You're
a parent, and your child is silent for a bit too long.
Thank you for that. And then we'll again, just add an extra layer to it, and we'll do stone wall around it, or not.
You know, I'm something of a village head myself.
And hopefully, I don't know why it's doesn't want to go past there. Let's try it that way. There we go. And we'll wrap that all the way around. Just doing it again. We just want to get it as close to the palisades as possible. And it's worked on that side. And then we just need to build that. And then, if we take a step away from it, if we can, it generally looks a lot more fortified than it just being a sort of standalone half-built windmill. So then, just to sort of finish the entire area off, I'm also going to drop some more tables down the front here. We'll drop a couple down. And again, what we're looking for is to make this space sort of look lived in. So we'll drop like a clay bottle down. We'll drop a clay cup. What else have we got? Let's do a wooden plate. Oh. And again, we'll drop some bread on it. Just so it fits in. The bread actually fits on the wooden plate, so that's good. And then we'll just try and neaten this up a little bit. So, yeah, it just looks like there is actually someone stationed here. And then little things like thick leather gloves, you can drop some of those on there. Again, we'll do a little coin pouch. Maybe some dried dates I saw. There we go. So again, it looks like someone's actually there. And some more clothing. We'll do a large backpack. That one. And we'll just prop that up against the table leg. So it's just all these personal items that kind of make it feel a little bit more alive. And then on this one, maybe we'll do like a iron axe. Put it at a bit of an angle so it's not sort of all just uniform. We'll do let's do a recurve bow, but maybe we'll lean that up. Hopefully it'll stay there. Yeah, good. And then an iron spiked cudgel as well. Do a knife. There we go. And that's obviously where he's storing all of his weapons and stuff. And then the other thing I like to do around here is fence off the stairwell and staircase. So just want to bring that out a little bit. Oh, forgot to put that there. Oh, that's going to stick out a little bit, but it's not the end of the world. We'll pull that in. It's a bit annoying that it doesn't reach all the way up, but it still adds a little bit of depth to it. And kind of disguises it a little bit more. And then again, we're going to do maybe like a privy down here. We'll do a bell as well, because it's a watchtower, so we need a bell nearby to alert the village if we do happen to spot something. And then we can do things like fill it with storage items if we can. So we'll do one of those there. Stick some good old barrels. I'm going to rotate the barrels a little bit so they're not all facing, that little strip of wood's not facing the same way. It's very anal, but it does, in my eyes, make a little bit of a difference. And then if we've got a privy, then we also want a bit of a laundry station, hand washing station, whatever. And then we can also do a wash tub. And the one thing I like to do with the wash tub is drop a single plank on it. Oh. And put items on top of it. So we're talking things like a clay jug. So we're trying to make it look like a proper washing sort of area. So there'll be a clay jug. You'll have a towel or something like that. So we'll drop that on there. He'll have taken his shoes off to get in the bath, so we'll drop some boots nearby. Prop them up against there. And then, do we have any soap? That is the question. I don't think we will. But you can, one of the luxury items is a bar of soap. And one thing that does look quite good is if you put a clay bowl down on top of here and then drop the soap inside. Or, yeah, inside it. And again, just makes it look like a proper washing area. And you could take it further. We could put a stool down, and then put some clothes on top. Again, just the sort of things that would actually fit in that area and make sense, rather than just dropping like completely random things. It's getting dark as well, so let's quickly, very, very quickly head to bed. Oh, that was bad timing. So, yeah, the sort of main thing I'd say about decorating is not just putting things down for the sake of it. Try and keep things as relevant as possible. Because, yeah, in my eyes, it kind of sort of stands out, sticks out like a sore thumb if it's completely random. But obviously you can do what you want, but that's just my sort of take on it. Okay, bit of daylight now, so we can see a little bit better. And we are pretty much done here, but we'll add in some paths. We won't go crazy with it, but just enough to cover up most of the grass. We'll do is if it's a little walkway to the bell tower there, down the archery range, right up to there, and then this fun little bit leading up to the steps, if we can. We should be able to do it at an angle like that. There we go. Okay, and then we're going to do some of the floor. So the floor is literally just dropped planks, and I'll drop a load here, and then we can literally just drop them wherever we want. Some people will drop it very uniform and neatly, but I think... Oh, the backpack's gone. I think it looks more natural if you sort of do it at different angles. So a little bit like that. And we'll drop... Oh, I was going to knock that bow over. So, yeah, we could do straight like that, but I don't think that looks as natural. And if you look in the towns as well, see what the developers, how they've designed their towns, they do. It's all a similar sort of way. So looks a lot more natural, in my opinion. And then we could do a plank there, just to dictate where you're going to be standing when you're shooting your bow. We can put that at the other side of the table, so it's not in the way. So that's where you'd stand to practice. Let's put that one in position as well. And yeah, after that it's just things like spears, dropping some spears, standing them up. Again, just anything that you feel is relevant to the area. And I would say the more that is better, but obviously you don't want to go overboard. But enough so it's filled. And that is pretty much it. Like I said, I'm not going to spend all day filling that with arrows and things like that. But that is pretty much the basis of the Watchtower. Obviously you can fill it with whatever you think looks better. You can make it a lot neater than I've very quickly done it here. And you don't have to use these sort of fences around. You can do what you want with it. But this is sort of the design, as it were, that I've landed on. And that's how we build a watchtower. I'd say the more level the ground, the better, because of things like the fences. They're a bit sort of squiff. Whereas if it's level, everything's going to look a lot neater. But this was the best spot to build this because it was the highest point in this area, so it makes the most sense to have a watchtower on. So there we go. That is it. Hopefully that was straightforward and easy to follow. But if you have any questions or anything like that, just drop them in the comments, or you can direct message me on Reddit. I'm on Discord as well, or on Steam. All the links to those are on my channel profile. More than welcome to add me on any of those and send me a message. That's absolutely fine. And yeah, or if you just want to drop a comment, drop a comment. And that's it. Thank you very much for watching, and have fun building your own watchtowers.